Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to City Skylines. We're going to continue our city build. This is episode 2. I'm super excited about what we're going to go over for this episode. I think you're going to find it very entertaining along with the other episodes, and it should give you a lot of tips. So this entire series can be used as a guide, a tips, walkthrough, a beginner's guide. In addition to being entertaining, you should get tips on city layout, on traffic management, finances, unemployment. So if you do like the content, as always, smash that like button. If you don't like it, you can hit the dislike button. And if you want to support me more, please do subscribe or follow. There is a playlist for this entire city build. I also have other playlists on YouTube for city builds, including a submitted city playlist where I actually fix the traffic in cities of other folks that needed some help. So you can take a look at those. And then there's also tips, a beginner's guide, a metro subway guide, and traffic manager guide. So you can check those out. Hopefully that'll help you. So for our city today, by the way, what I'm showing you here, this is what a layout is supposed to look like for helping with traffic. And the main thing to take away, mix zoning. Mix your zoning. Mix your zoning. And so that's what it looks like. I actually think it looks really pretty, but it's actually based on function. It's actually based on function. So where we left off on the last episode is I was building this section right here. This section right here, right, with farmland. These are all farms right here. And I mentioned that I want to continue to build north of the highway. Well, off stream, I did do that. And you can see that it's filled out quite nicely. And when I build a city, I do like to take my time, and I like to be very precise with the zoning and especially the roads and the layout. So I did do that. And we're going to be expanding on that. We're going to be building a lot more up here on this north side of the highway. And then I mentioned that south of the highway, what was the original part of the city, I'm going to start to redo. And pretty much demolish the original section and redo it the way that it's supposed to be done. And so I have already done that. This section right here, and then this section right here. Those are all have been redone, but then we've got a lot more to do. We're going to redo this, redo all of these to get it all set up properly. And of course, as I mentioned before, the first section of the city, which is down here, that's just there to grow the population, help us hit some milestones, get some money in the bank, and then we can really start building like normal. The hardest part of the game is already done, which is the start, where you have to make sure that you get some money and build slowly. Of course, we're trying to get to eventually 200,000 on the population, and we're trying to get 80% traffic flow with no despawning. So we are on track with that. Really happy about it. And if you'll notice, the population has exploded from when the last stream occurred, or first episode. It's doubled. We were at about 7,500 when the last episode finished. We're at 15,000. And with all of that, you can see that, hey, we're at 80% traffic. And you'll notice there's no roundabouts. There are no intersection signs. There are no lane connectors. Nothing. It has to do with a good road system and good layout. Now, I will have to eventually do some updates like these roundabouts right here. I have not set those up. I will eventually when there's a need. And you'll notice that before there was one intersection, I have created a second one. And so we're just going to continue to expand. So let's go ahead and get started. I still have dynamic weather and day and night cycles turned on. So what we're going to be doing is starting out with removing this section right here and redoing that. As always, stream vibes music playing in the background. Oh, if you do want me to help you with your city, here's the Discord. And you can make a note in there, or you can put it in the comments below. Live streams are on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Twitter simultaneously. You can watch on whichever one you want. Previous videos on the playlist are on YouTube. And then here's the merch store. And then here's a way to tip and donate. All right. So let me go ahead and start demolishing this section. I'm going to demolish both of these at the same time. So that was pretty much all residential and some commercial. That's fine. And then we're going to do this section right down here too. And this was all industrial. All right, so let's get this going. Okay. We have a medical clinic. I'm just going to move these over to get them out of the way. And is this anything? No. Okay, good. Great. And then let's get the other roads placed in the center. The contrast when you're on a snow map, a little bit more challenging. It's kind of registering from right there. I want to take that off just to make sure it gets put in the right spot. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There. There we go. Very good. Okay, so that's good. And I need to replace the homes here. And so I just want to take a look and see how do I want to do that. And if I want any commercial or not. I don't know. There will need to be some commercial. I just don't know if it'll be in this section or not. So I'm going to go ahead and update the zoning. And then I may have to make some modifications, but we'll see. I'll start right here. So that's the apartments, which is high density residential. And then I'm actually going to just do some office right here. Yeah. And then we're going to do some homes in the center. I'm concerned that I may miss a spot. Let me just do it this way. There. Okay, so that section is good. And then we'll do a makeshift road for the time being to connect this right here. Okay. And then same thing with this right here. Okay. And then I want to work on this section too. And this part I want it to look a little bit different. I want some industry right here, and let me mention why. So first of all, right here, if we look, this is pretty much perfect. There's hardly any import coming in, and a very small amount of export, so that's perfect. So that's great, very good industry quantity. And so as I destroy this industry, that's going to change that dynamic, which is fine. I'm destroying this, destroying this, destroying this. So I do want an industry section right here. And the reason why is to give people in this peninsula some industry jobs without it being too much. Like, I just think this peninsula shouldn't have too much of polluting industry, so I want it relatively small. But also, my plan is to put a bigger industry section right here. And the reason why is because I want to put a cargo train terminal, and that's going to connect to this rail. Oh, by the way, I was able to fix the rail and before it was destroyed, and you can see that it is now connected from this east back to this west side. So I was able to do that. And the way that I do my highways is I use my own highway intersections. You can get them on the Steam Workshop. And they've got integrated paths and integrated frontage roads and integrated rail. So the rail goes right here and sits in between the highway, so gets it out of the way. So that's the plan. So I think I can just destroy this section and leave it unzoned for the time being, because I want to destroy this section too. Wonder if I can just do all three of these at the same time. It's gonna do some major it's gonna create a major population shift. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll come over here. Can I bring this down? Move this firehouse over. Now can I bring this down? Or is it too close to the other road? I could. It'll work fine, but I'll just do that. Okay. I'm not going to fill that in. I'm just going to wait on that one. And then let me go ahead and destroy this one too. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, these snow dumps, unlike the cemeteries, yeah, you do have to empty them, but they'll stay, how full they are, actually isn't much of a problem, because the stored snow melts away. So they actually kind of replenish themselves, which is very convenient. Otherwise, you would have all these full snow dumps everywhere. So that's good. That does make it a little bit realistic there. And so after I destroy this section, then we'll let it play for a little bit and see kind of the effect on population, see the sections fill in, and then we'll move on. Okay. Great. Let me move this guy up. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah. All right. Wait. Will you even be able to empty? No. And get you a road here. There. See if you can get emptied. Yeah, so you can see all of this stuff getting rezoned. Recycling center, we'll move this over. So I just want to move this snow dump for the time being. There we go. Yeah. Move you. There. And so I want to put industry right over here. And I do want it to be a little bit of a different design. Oh yeah, you can stop emptying. Okay. And you need electricity. It's just temporary. And these guys should start filling in. So you can see the population drop because of all the updated zoning. Not worried about it. That's fine. We just need to let it go. And so while that's rebuilding, I do want to take a look right here, see what's going on. There you go. And by the way, I also built out some services right here, another high school, and then the first university. Again, the idea is to still build very slowly because money is still a factor. Money is still a factor. Oh, hey, what's going on here? Do we got some traffic? Oh, sweet. So nice. Okay, no problem. Because of all the updated road stuff that I'm doing. Here. There you go. They're all trying to take a right, and then from here they're all trying to take a left. There's no traffic lights either that I got. Because you don't need them. So we'll let all this stuff kind of work its way work its way through. Yeah, so the people are starting to come back, which is great. And I do want to think about how I want to do industry right here. I want to do a different design. Oh, you guys are going so slow. Here. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun watching them. Obviously, normally people don't want really traffic problems. And, I mean, the traffic has been phenomenal so far in the city. And there's only these issues because of all the updates that I'm doing. So it's just kind of nice to see. It makes it fun because I, of course, want to fix it. But there's not really much of a fix to do. It's just giving it some time as all these updates happen. So this is right here is where I want the industrial section to be. And that will help with providing goods for this peninsula. It'll help with providing jobs for this peninsula. And if we take a look, our import has started to increase right there. Our export has decreased, so perfect. That's exactly what's supposed to occur. And I just want to think about how I want to do the design here. Man, these people just suffer with nothing but snow all day long. While we're waiting, I do want to mention, if you recall, when I built this Pleasant Square, here's the size of the district. So this has farmland right here, and then the commercial areas are set up for organic produce. So you can see all these shops are part of this organic and local produce section. And then I created another section over here. This is a district. Obviously the names I haven't really done anything with. And what I did with this district is this has the leisure specialization and the IT cluster. And so if you're wondering like, hey, how did you get these super big skyscrapers? That's part of the IT cluster. So I think it looks really cool. And then maybe at night we can take a look and see what this looks like, where you've got this, it's, you know, at night what happens with this leisure section. And if you're wondering, you can see like, hey, they're saying not enough educated workers. What's going on there? But that'll be fixed up over time. The university and everything is all relatively new. Alright, so are you guys kind of filling in here a little bit? Let me pause, and I'm also redoing the piping as well. So let me get that working. Okay, good. I know you don't have any power, dude. Sorry about that. Once it builds out, you'll be okay, man. Belmonts. Just hang in there, Belmonts. Just temporary to get the cemetery water. What are you doing? Watering the dead bodies or something? Alright. And in case if you're wondering about the traffic, there you go. Right. It's done. Like I mentioned, it just had to do with the road system being updated. It's just temporary. Oh, okay, so this is nighttime? So what happens over here? Oh, you can hear like bar and club music. A lot of people chatting and stuff because there's a bunch of bars and clubs over here. Oh, okay, that's cool. Neato. I've never put a section like that in a city before. Yeah, so it's very vibrant. All the colors and everything. So how is that different? Oh yeah, this area looks boring as anything. Okay, so it's just, yeah, it's a lot more vibrant compared to the regular commercial areas. Oh yeah, there's no sound. There's nothing. You just hear cars driving by, and you're over here. Okay, yeah, neato, neato. That's great. So how we doing? And you can see that the industry is starting to rise, the demand. Yeah, the importing is starting to rise. I just got to think about how I want to do this section. I'll probably pause it to give me an idea so I can experiment. And while we're doing that, I want to work through this area over here. Yeah, it's great on the elementary schools, great on the high schools. Plenty of university. So it's just a matter of letting the kids go from primary to secondary and then post-secondary. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to build out this next section because I know what I want to put over here. I'd like to build this way so I get some contrast. And then right here is where I want the industry section. Ooh, barely fits. Perfect, right? Perfect. Excellent. And this is where the cargo train terminal is going to be, and that gives me plenty of room for a queue. I'm just going to have to move this a little bit over here because I want the queue to come right out here. Or maybe it doesn't really matter. I would like the queue right out here. So, I'm gonna probably put it on fast forward so we can move through some sections, some of these rebuild sections in a faster way. Okay. Let me get this train line set up the way that I want it to be. That's ugly, but I'll pretty it up later. Okay, you can hit play. And I want the queue. Here we go. There. And then the cargo train terminal, which I had to build initially just so I could put down some rail. Since I destroyed that rail, I put it down right over here. Just temporarily. I just put it down there. And it can go right here. There. I'm not going to connect it just yet. Not yet. Not yet. But there you go. So you always want to be planning ahead. So I had planned that out ahead from from much earlier. Yeah, you don't need any water or anything. You're off. There. How do you say your name? Ionian? Ionine? Thank you for following. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Hi, how are you? Sorry if I'm botching the name. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward. Let's get to the daytime, and then I want to try to work this area. And how are we doing over here? This area started to fill in a little bit. Yeah, the electrical stuff is starting to come through. Hi. How do you say your name? Ionine? Jerry, hi! You'll be watching from the beginning, so you'll be live in 30 minutes. Awesome. Thanks for being here. All right, so we're getting some daytime. It's been snowing for... I mean, do these people live in, like, Westeros or something? Grief. I may turn off the dynamic weather just because it gets a little bit laborious to constantly see snow non-stop. Alright, so I want to pause it here. Got plenty of daytime, and I want to think about... So this is going to be the industrial section. And so all of this industry I'm going to be moving. So I'm just going to experiment a little bit. Give me some of the dirty roads. I'm just doing a measurement right there. Maybe? because I just want to do a different design for this one compared to this. But I still want it to be functional with good traffic, obviously. So I think I could have the industry go that far. Hmm. No. There. Would that be the only way to get into this industrial area? I don't think that's very smart. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So you do this. I've never done this kind of setup before. You do that. And then you can stick with these. Okay. And then the industry should be here. That's fine. No. Yeah. That's good. That's good. And that's generic industry play. Let me unzone this stuff. Oh, thanks, Ionine. I appreciate it. You're too kind. It's a little bit of an experiment. The idea is I just want it a little bit different than the sections north of it. And it's supposed to be for industry, number one. That's number two. And then, of course, it generates pollution right here. And the idea is giving it lots of separation from the residential so they don't get bothered by it. Happy! Hey! You are... It's totally fine. Glad to have you. I hope you're having a good weekend. How have you been? Thanks for being here. Oh, wow. The city population is really, really blown up here. And so this thing I can use to set up... I'm going to do this next section the same way. On purpose. Let me pause it so I can kind of do it in the daytime. Give me some visibility. Oh, did it stop snowing in this miserable place? Finally. Okay, great. What did I do here? Okay. Okay. Ah, okay, yeah, I did that on purpose. That makes sense. Basically, this is going to create a relief valve for traffic if I need it. Is that what it's supposed to be? Did I mess up here? Trying to make it symmetrical. It's not exactly. I don't know what I did differently. Interesting. That's fine. And then some more industry here, and setting it up to be the same way. There we go. Cool. Hit play. I'm sure you guys are going to need water eventually. Maybe I'll work on that here momentarily. So we'll see what kind of impact... Oh, there's a lot of people watching. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Cities Skylines City Build. This is episode 2. Should be entertaining, but also give you a lot of tips on building the city. Traffic management, layout, finances, unemployment. Speaking of which... Unemployment is 20%. This mayor is terrible. It's alright. That's just because I did a lot of rezoning, so it's not a big deal. It will correct itself here momentarily. Don't worry, I did not build a Hadron Collider. That is not going to be placed in the city. Otherwise, you can unsubscribe, because it's a terrible building. Alright, so we're good. This recycling center needs to be moved eventually. Probably good to place it like right around here. How cool is that? Isn't the lighting amazing, guys? Or it could be placed like right here or something. Where are you at? Here we go. Let's move you over here. So that's very good. That's fine. There's a lot of industrial demand. There's a lot of home demand for hardly any demand for residential, but there is demand for commercial. And so now that I kind of got this set up, it gives me an idea of, well, where would the next commercial section be? Remember, commercial needs to be placed next to industry, and residences need to be placed next to both. So I think the next section to go is this one right here for me to update. And it'll be good for commercial to be placed down here at the bottom. Let's let it get to daytime. See the impact on the industry. Oh my gosh, that's so perfect. That's excellent. A little bit too much on the export. So you... Oh, wait a minute. By the way, in case you're wondering, hey dude, why is your unemployment so high? And you got all this demand? Well, this is not demand for industry. This is demand for offices. Demand for offices. So that's what that is. So, yay! All right, what do we have? Solar power plant. How's that different than the other thing? A baseball park? Those are new to me. I didn't even know that was a thing. What is... Isn't this also a solar plant? Solar updraft tower. Oh, it's from the heat of the sun. Got it. Okay. It says solar updraft, so I thought that was also a solar plant, but a different type. So we're just going to let it get to daytime a little bit, and then we're just going to destroy this section and redo that, and that's going to give us the opportunity to put in the office space that I need and the commercial, and that will take care of the demand or the unemployment issues. So let's hit pause, and then I suspect that you guys got all the workers you need. What? Not enough educated workers. Come on, man. Oh. Okay. All right. We need to work a little bit on the primary and secondary. There's plenty of university, though. All right. So let's go ahead and redo this section. And in case you're wondering, you know, because I did these two off stream. I did these two right here off stream. I did them just exactly how I did this section. It's all, I did it the same way. And let's take care of this. So all that industry is going to be gone. And then what are these? Oh, that's the elementary school. Okay, we can just move that on up. What's this? Police station. Move that on up. Okay. All right, so I need to design this, and I'm just thinking about what the design should look like. Because this is specifically for industry. I don't need to use that. So it needs to be something else. And then you've got this open space over here. I need a little bit of a measurement. And this is, I think, one of the power geothermal. Okay, yeah. Well, we can fit that over here somewhere where the industry is. Get it out of the way, kind of. I want to... Okay, yeah, there's nothing over here. So let me just move you right here for the time being. And let me close this section. Okay, and so how much room do I have before you hit the water? What about over here? Okay. So this is going to be, there's going to be residential up at the top, and some commercial, and then some office space. So that's the plan for this next section. I just need to think about how I want to design it. And then there's going to be industry right here. Industry right here. Sorry about jumping around, but I think it may be a little bit easier for me to set it up over here. So this last section, this is going to have industry. And then the section to the left of it will have some residential and some commercial. So that'll address the commercial, but it won't address the office space. Okay, that's good. I could go ahead and put the industry right there. I'll make it too much. So let's see, the industry is going to be these and then this. And so offices can be right here, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That's good, that's good. And we need a good amount of offices, so we'll do this. That's kind of stupid. There's already so much office space right there. It's not good to have it all in one section. So, I'll just do this. That's good enough. And then we can have commercial. Not too much, because there's already a boatload of commercial to the left of this. Yeah, that's good. Ooh. I'm gonna have to do some residential right here. That's a lot. That's a lot of zoning. But that will address some of this shortage. So let's hit play. And what? Really? Those guys are filling in pretty fast. I didn't expect that. It is on fast mode. Of course, I'm playing with limited money and no despawning. Yeah, of course you guys need water. Yeah, I understand. It's on its way. Baby turkey ball? Hi. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool name. How are you? Welcome. Good. You guys need electricity? Oh, connect! Connect! Once that connects, it'll be good. Oh man, there's a lot of people watching. Thank you everybody for the support. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like the video if you like it. You can dislike it if you don't. I was just thinking about a baby in the country of Turkey, and I just came up with that name. Great. Good job. All right, hold on. Hey, Tim. How are you? How have you been? So I'm just trying to make sure I get the water infrastructure set up properly. Okay, great. All right, so you'll see, look at that. Look at how that industry bar just collapsed. And the commercial bar... Oh, you guys already filled out? Dude, my Sims love shopping. Are you guys all broke? Are you guys all living off credit cards because you guys spend all your money? What's going on? Oh, no. I disconnected this section right here. Let me hook this back up. Those guys are going to be suffering. There. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it, Turkey Ball. We're in the early stages. We've got 19,000 population. We've got 181,000 population to go. So I'm starting to see a lot of crime stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can see 37. I can see the crime faces. So I just want to take a look at the police departments. One right there, one right there. They are connected. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense to put another one in, for sure. However, before I do that, let's make sure that our budget is set up properly. Ah, and it's already maxed out. Great, smart. That's the way it should be. So let's go ahead and put in another one. Oops, wrong one. And I can't remember if I put an old police station or the new one. So let me just take a look at the ones that I got. Is this it? 180,000, that's a long way. Yeah, you're right. It is. Okay, so it's like an old school police station right there, no problem. And then do I have a new one down here? Is that what this one is? This is a new looking one? Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll put a new one up here, a new looking one up here. That's this. Okay. And we'll put it on the other side. So maybe we can do like do right here. There we go. Ionine, for now I have to go, but I'll try to come back later. Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks for being here. I hope you can return, or at least hopefully I'll see you in future streams. Of course, if you did like it and you want to give me some more support, please do subscribe or follow. Thanks so much. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. You find the winter maps to be tricky at times? Yeah, this is that's one of the objectives for the city. Is I wanted to do my a city on a winter map. It's my first time. And then get up to 200,000 with 80% traffic flow or better, no despawning. And so far, things are going well on the traffic front. Which is great. Alright, so we still have a lot of commercial demand, which is wonderful. And I've got to figure out, because it's going to be over here in this section. You live in Denmark, and it's night right now, so I'm going to have to go. Oh, okay. Thanks for stopping by, Turkey Ball. Hopefully I'll catch you next time. Please do subscribe if you would like to support me more, and then hopefully that'll also help you know when there's a new video and a new stream. Yeah, so... Oh, thanks. Thanks, Tricky Ball. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Yep, have a good one. Have a good night, I guess, since it's night right now for you. Oh, you can hear the thunder. Yeah. The layout is same, but you use different roads. You mentioned you didn't see what you did different at the new industry squares. You mentioned you didn't see what you did different at the new industry squares. Which section are you talking about, Jerry? Which section are you talking about? Northeast? South Central? The road north to the south is a 4-lane at the right and 2-lane at the left. Are you talking about this section? The new industry south. Oh, the new industry south of the highway, right here. This section right here. I used the same roads that I've been using before, but just the layout is different. The layout is different compared to up here. Compared to that layout, the layout is different, if that's what you're referring to. Well, you said the layout is the same. The layout here is different. The layout up here is going to be the same. But this section right here, this is going to have residential and commercial and some offices. And I'm thinking about the layout because I do want this section right here going out to the water to be different. I do want it to be different. And so I'm just kind of thinking about how do I want to design that. I mean, technically, I could kind of use this and just fill it out some more, but I don't really want to. That's why you didn't see what the difference was like 30 minutes ago. Oh, and this industry section, that's also going to be gone, because this is the only industry section I'm going to have in this southern peninsula. So I want to get this going. What do I want to do? I want it to look different. Just removing that zoning so I can experiment a little bit. Come here. Move this police station. Quite the experiment. JFC, what is up? Oh, Jerry, you don't need to apologize at all. You're totally good. Don't apologize. You're great. I'm glad you're here. You're good. You're always very helpful. What's happening, JFC? So I do want to make sure that I get. There's gonna be a road right here. There's gonna be a road right down here, so I want to make sure I account for that. You're doing well. Great. Good job. Nice. Nice to hear. I think that's good. That's not really something that I normally create. So let me destroy the power line. Been a good summer with both a TwitchCon in Amsterdam and then 1 week. Oh, that's great. That's nice. Have you ever been to Amsterdam and Czech Republic before, or was it your first time? So this is going to have some residential. And then I want to do some shops. Oh yeah, and I gotta check the measurement right here to make sure, did I put this in the right spot? Yeah, I did. Great. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. Oh, that sounds wonderful. So, I'll do that. Fix up the zoning that's a little bit messed up right there. And then the school and the police station. Can I put these two together? How's that? I'm not going to connect that road. I just want to double check. That way when these elementary school kids misbehave, they can get some consequences. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. So I want some apartment complexes right there. That makes sense. And then I'll do apartment complexes straight down. Good. That makes sense. And then I need shops and offices. Shops and offices. Just thinking. Let's do another batch of apartment complexes right there. And then we can do some homes. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Here. Okay, I think that's good. And maybe I can start out with some shops right here. Maybe? It's just a little bit of an experiment. I think that's good. And then heavy. High density commercial. I think that's good, and I'm just thinking about what I need to do down here. I think that should work. Always mix the zoning up. Cool. Play. Neato. Okay, I'm happy with that. I wanted to do something different. And then I'm questioning actually this road right down here. I guess maybe I'll have to have it because we're going up towards the water. We've got a lot of roads that need the snow plow. How are we doing on that? Like we're 12 of 12 being used, 0% full. There's one right over here. 12 of 12 being used, 0% full. 12 of 12 being used. Wow, you guys are maxed out, huh? Do I need to increase the budget? Okay, let's go ahead and max out the budget. Oh, maybe that was premature. It went down to 2. Okay, cool. You were in Amsterdam too last week, not for Twitch though, just shopping. Oh, that's cool, Jerry. Do you go there often? Great, and this area has kind of filled out. We don't have any residential demand. We constantly have industrial demand. Wow. Dude, I just built so much. Sorry about moving around so fast, guys. I just built so much. Wow. You guys love your offices, huh? All right, let's take a look at... oh, look at that. It's beautiful. The import-export is so negligible. Oh, man, that's great. That's perfect. How are we doing on traffic? All right. Okay. Oh wow, that's really nice, Jerry. That's great. I got people watching from all over the world. It's so exciting. Sounds so exotic. So I know I'm letting the city run, and that's because I'm just thinking about where to place stuff. Really. You know, I'm thinking about this section right here. Oh, you know, technically, this would be a good place to have some offices right here. Really. Let's do that. That's a good spot to have offices. Let me do that. First time ever being called exotic. Well, I'm in the United States, so, you know, when people start talking about Prague, Amsterdam, that sounds very exotic. So I'm going to go ahead and now destroy this section so I can redo this. this. Okay, I'm not going to destroy the rock. The rock. Dwayne Johnson. I'm not going to destroy the rock. I'll stop beforehand. Okay. Will you break loose from the 48 by... Oh, man, Jerry is so on point. So smart. Very observant. So Jerry asks a very good question. Will you break loose from the 48 by 50 unit squares in the city? And so let me explain where this comes from. So what Jerry's referring to is... so you can see the distance here is 48. You can see it right in the center of your screen. Oh, right in the center. See, it says 48U, so that's the measurement. And so 48 by 50. And you see it says 50 right there in the center. And so that's what Jerry is referring to. Very observant, because I don't really talk about it specifically. And so what you'll see is that my city is broken down into 48 by 50. 48 by 50. 48 by 50. And the reason for that setup is it absolutely has to do with traffic. Absolutely has to do with traffic. My preference is a grid layout. And what most people do when they do a grid is, they'll have a square like this, but then they will have non-stop intersections. Like you hit this road, and you come down here, and there'll be intersection, 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 non-stop. And what you'll notice is that it's really going to hurt your traffic. And so for mine, what you see is that, yeah, it's a grid layout, but it's there's not as many intersections. And so to Jerry's point, the 48 by 50, that's not necessarily the best layout. It has to do with, if you are doing a grid, then you don't want to have non-stop intersections. You want to have more longer strips of road, and that is what makes it the best layout. So you could do something smaller. You could do like 24 by 25 or something like that. You could do a different set of units, but the idea is to have the intersections not close together. Don't have too many intersections close together. So that's where it comes from. My preference is, I think that if the section gets a little bit too big, it may negatively impact the traffic, and if it gets too small, it will have too many big roads unnecessarily. So for me, I think it's the best type of grid layout, where it's got the right mixture. It looks really pretty, it has great traffic flow, but it allows me to have a lot of density for the population. And one of the big objectives for the city is, obviously, we're trying to get to 200,000, so density is important. Density is important. But I do want to break it up a little bit. So for example, that's why I did this kind of different layout right here for this industry. I did this different layout, but it is still structured inside the 48 by 50. And some of that has to do with measurements for when I want to place my highway intersections. They are exactly 96 across. And that allows me to have really good traffic flow, because it allows me to have a perfect usage for the frontage road, where there's one road right in the middle for frontage road access. So it is really based on traffic flow, yes, but also my preference for a grid layout. Some people like grid, some people don't. My preference is grid layout, and then the desire in the city for the density that we need. Great question. Great question. Oh, wow, this is new to me. I didn't know this. Thanks for explaining this, and thanks to Jerry, too. Great, yeah. What you'll notice, normally when you see a grid, right, every road will be connected. Every road will be connected, and I don't do that. You'll see like, hey, he didn't connect that road. Yeah, that's to make this strip of road have less intersections on it. That helps out with the traffic flow. Oh, I'll explain something else. Let's say that somebody, let's use an area that requires a lot of traffic is industry, right? And so I eventually will fill this out with industry right over here, this section. So let's say that there's an industry shop in this corner right here. Well, if this road connected right here, that means most of the time the trucks will hit this road. Lee Avenue is the name. They will just come down here and they will take a left and they will come over here to get to this section right here. Normally that's what they will do. So what does that do? It means that this road right here, Lee Avenue, is what's going to have a lot of the traffic. This is going to be busy and they're going to use this and come down. So the reason why it's not connected, another reason, not only to have less intersections for traffic flow, guess what it forces the trucks to do? They have to come down here. And they have to come over here. And then they'll come up this way. So it forces the vehicles to get... Why is it called the same? This is called Lee Avenue too? That's great. My city is going to be confusing for GPS. So it forces the cars that would normally use one road to use another one. So that's why that's one of the reasons why it's set up that way. Same thing goes for apartments. Like look right here. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, like right here. Let's say you're the Cedars, the Cedar residence. So you're the Cedars. If this road was connected right here, then the Cedars would just hit this intersection, come over here, and come down. And so it just forces everybody to use one road. And so by not connecting that, not only do you have a longer strip without an intersection for traffic flow, but it means they'll come down this road, and then they'll come here, and then come up. So it pushes people to use your other parts of your road system. And remember when I fix cities, what's the big thing that I talk about? Diffuse and disperse. That's how you fix a city's traffic. So I'm not going to have any traffic problems. I'm already diffusing and dispersing based on the setup. And you can tell, 81% with no despawning. Remember, there's not a single roundabout. There's not a single traffic light. There's not a single lane connector. I haven't even set up any dedicated directions. Not at all. And remember, I've fixed a lot of cities where they'll have 20,000 in population. Their traffic flow is at 20% with no despawning. So if you do it this way, I mean, your traffic setup is going to be very easy to manage from the very beginning. All right. So hopefully that provides a detailed explanation on how road and zoning layout. Well, that's a road layout. Obviously, the zoning is mixed. Nothing is concentrated. It's not like all the residents are concentrated in one area and the commercial is concentrated in another. It's mixed. Mixed. That diffuses the traffic. Maybe I should create like one section when we're close to 200,000 if we have room. I'll just make a totally wild, nonsensical, crazy section, and we'll label that district Jerry. Not because she's wild or not because Jerry's wild or crazy, but you know, just as a fun thing to do, asking about if I would break loose from the 48 by 50 thing. All right, so here we go. Oh, that's not even. That's not. I actually did that incorrectly. That's not supposed to connect. After all that explanation, I messed it up on my own right there. How crazy is that? You're welcome, Jerry. Just joking around, just joking around. There. Okay, and nothing can be done right here. So we'll put this one up here. Yeah, this one kind of gives you an idea. Like, let's say you were right here. So see, like these intersections, they're kind of close together. But you imagine if there was another one right here, and then there's this one, and another one right here, another one right here, another one right here. It has a negative impact on traffic flow. It definitely does. All right. So after all of that, the idea is I want to put an office section up here. And in case you're wondering, like, hey, what's going to go on right here? This. There's going to be an another highway intersection right here, on purpose. I thought that this peninsula may have 2 to 3. Turns out it's probably going to have 4. 1, 2, and then 3 right here, and then there's going to be another one over here by where the cargo train terminal is. Because as you guys know, it creates a lot of traffic. Alright, so I have money to buy the space too. Jerry, definitely bigger if you had traffic lights. I don't get it. What would be bigger if I had traffic lights? Okay. I mean, I can go ahead and buy that area. The traffic jams. Oh, yeah. You're correct. Absolutely. You're correct. The traffic jams would be worse with traffic lights. Absolutely. Totally correct. All right, so we'll do some office space. God. I mean, how much office space you guys need? I mean, it'd be good for you guys to have some office space right here next to you. In both places, really. Yeah, so I'm just going to do this. That, and then we'll do another section right here. In anticipation for the new highway intersection. Right here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's just not enough. Let's hit play. So you can see the population drop by 700 because of all this, you know, destroying all this zoning. But guess what? We've got some space right here for residents. We've got some space right there. You don't have water? Coming back to you. We got some space. What's going on with the... Oh, you're like in an absolute perfect section. I will redo this water area. But I may do that off stream. We'll see. Wow, you guys already filled down, huh? All right. Why not put the intersection in now so you could zone the new frontage road? I don't know how to spell that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, actually. I'm just kind of taking a look around. So you're correct. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. I'm just looking around. What the hell? Oh, these guys lost power. So my whole city ran out of water. Oh my god, look at that. That's funny. No, you're right. I'm just kind of thinking about it, looking at what else do I need to do that's necessary just before then. But yeah, the plan is to do that. If anything, I may just wait until daytime. I can go ahead and buy the piece of land, though. Yeah, that looks great. I'm just kind of thinking if there's anything else that's more of a priority. There's just so much industry and office demand. And it's all office space. Okay. Look at how cool that area is. Isn't that neat? It's like a bar club district right here. So yeah, I'm just I agree. I think I'm gonna have to do that fairly soon. I'm just taking a look to see if there's anything else that is important. And I think we've had enough of the weather. So let me I'm gonna turn off the dynamic weather now. I think we've had enough of it. It would be nice if you had plenty of days of sunshine and then a little bit of storms, but it is non-stop there. Oh, the weather, the dynamic weather looks pretty? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, and then I can put some commercial here, because there's need for commercial. And then some more office space, too. Let's go ahead and do this. It's getting more and more expensive, which is fine. There we go. The snow is bad for compression too anyway. Oh, you're talking about for the streaming? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So episode 1 and episode 2 give you an idea of the snow maps. All right. We're going to use this one. It'll be right around here. Okay. I hope I can redo this highway properly. You remember it's like so nice and symmetrical? I hope I can do that. Okay. Once I have the city set up, it makes it really easy. Bing! Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that I want to do. I don't think so. I think that's good. This is definitely the one that I planned on. Here we go. And I bet the rail needs a little bit of help, so we'll move that out. The highways don't. There we go. And then we can make this with the sound barrier. This is the original highway right there. And I'm putting the sound barriers on. Yeah. I think I did that here already. Yeah. And then as it goes over here, the sound barriers are gone. See that right there? Compared to this. Yeah. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and hook this up. And I mean, for the time being, I can keep the bridge intact. Very good. Start the frontage road. Terminate the frontage road. Oh god, looks terrible. And this is continuing it. All the roads that I use are vanilla, except for this, the 3-lane one-way road from Vanilla Plus. And so that should connect straight in without any problems. This should as well. Perfect. So now that that's set up, we can fill that area out. And while I'm doing that, I do want to check, are people walking? Oh my god. That's the first time I'm looking. So, these are all cars that are not on the road. All these people right here, these are all cars that are not on the road. And that's why I recommend people use these highway intersections. What about this other one? You guys walking here too? Yeah, they are. Well, yeah. You're unemployed? Edward? 14% unemployment. Yeah, you ain't alone. Ionine, hey! Welcome back. Thanks for being here. So that's good. So we got this stuff set up. Let me hook this this road up. Should be set up perfectly. Great. If it wasn't, then something would be wrong. Bam. Those roads go to the right spot. Perfect. And now I just got to think about the layout. Obviously, we have lots of office demand. And then I need to work on the schools. We got commercial demand too. My Sims love shopping, don't they? Watching a horde getting out of the metro is always yeah. That or when you move a bus stop. Oh, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, I'm getting this traffic flow and I haven't built single set of mass transit yet. I think I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna remove the offices there, and I want to put commercial there, specifically heavy. There we go. But in case you're wondering, here's another tip. In case you're wondering, hey, why did he leave this space right here? What's going on here? This is where the subway is going to go. This is where the subway is going to go. It's going to go right here, just like that. In case you were curious, it'll be placed right here, placed here, placed here. That's why they're always open like that. I made a mistake right here. That's not supposed to be filled in. Okay, so same thing here. I want the offices to be here. I want the offices to be there. Maybe I want them on both. Let's do this. Play. You know, when you're on fast mode, it makes you think like you're doing a really good job because things are building so fast, and it's like, no, that's just because it's on fast mode. My God, I can't get this industrial demand, this industry office demand down to save my life. Oh, you guys aren't connected, huh? Here, look, you guys just need to move, guys. Oh, finally, got the demand bars down. Okay, excellent. All right, excellent, excellent, excellent. And I do want to pause a little bit. There. Then I don't think that you need this power. Oh, it doesn't connect at all, huh? Why is it the south side has the power section bleeds over the road and the north side does not? I don't get it. I've noticed that. Look at that. It's kind of interesting that that's the way that it works. Oh, 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 oh. I messed up on the rail again. Jeez. When am I going to learn? There. Let me hook this up too. God. It's the second time I did that. Gotta go underground here. And I don't know if this is gonna work. Really? Yeah, I think those are like a little bit too close together. I do want to give it a little bit of room, so I'm gonna let this go straight for a little bit longer. I don't have to do that, but I'll just to help me out with the rail. Yeah, just to help me out a little bit with the rail. Give me a little bit more room. Yeah. There. It's terrible, but It'll work for the time being. It'll be moved later on. There. Okay. So I think that's good. I think it's good on... I can fill this section out once there's demand. And then we just have an issue with the schooling and the electrical. I was thinking, why is the other... Sorry, Jerry, I missed your message. I was thinking, why is the other part unzoned, but I think it's the place for snowplows. Yeah, maybe right here. There's a snowplow right here. And then over here, there is a snowplow. And then there's the recycling centers for garbage. But you're correct. I mean, this area is not zoned. And that's only because I try not to put zoning next to places that cause pollution. So that's why that area is not filled in. Oh boy. Fire department, you better get over here. It's farmland. It's going to run rampant. But on the electrical part, I was kind of... It's interesting. The southern side, it's all... The electrical bleeds over. But on the north side, it does not. So it's just interesting seeing that. Alright, so let's address the... are we good on electricity? Yeah. And we're good on water. We're good on sewage. Garbage. Well, they're lazy. I mean, they're just terrible workers. And I think that budget is maxed out, yeah. And so schooling, let me address that, because there is a big shortage now. What kind of school is over here? The old school kind? So I'll put a new school kind, like right next to it, I guess. And I don't want to put it over here in this industrial section, so maybe I can place it right here. Yeah, how big are these? That's pretty reasonable. It's good. So that's an elementary school. They'll get it to 1,600. It's okay, it doesn't have to be exact. And what about the middle school? Oh yeah, we need definitely another middle school. So there's one right here. And there's one right there. Maybe it'd be good to put one right here. Yeah. I can move it later if I need to, depending. Yeah, I hate the size of these things. I'm definitely going to have to move it because it doesn't fit. It looked unzoned from the other angle because it's both just snow. You are correct. Yeah. All right, so can we well, I guess I got to leave that there for the electrical stuff to work properly. I can get rid of this. I think we're good. How are we doing on import-export? Starting to import a little bit, but it's still very reasonable. A lot of demand for commercial. Unbelievable. Man. I mean, I'd like residential to be right up here. And then we can have some more commercial right there. But, I mean, I do need to eventually destroy this stuff, so maybe I can make a lot of that commercial. Does farming industry work at a snowy map? Yeah, I mean that's what I was wondering or thinking about before. I thought like it's a snow map. What are they going to be building for the farmland? But apparently it works. You got a bunch of orchards. Fruit and orchards. I don't hear any cows though. So at least in the temperate maps you get a lot of cows, and there's none over here. Yeah. But I mean, you said that you're kidding, but it was an interesting thing. I was kind of curious, like, what are they going to do in the snow with the farmland? But it works. Let's take a look at the traffic. Hey, 82. It does not change. It just stays the same the entire time. Let's speed it up. We obviously got some commercial demand. So I think the next thing to go is to destroy this section right down here. And there'll be a good amount of commercial. So we'll let it go into daytime. Kind of let the zoning kick in a little bit. It's amazing. No demand for residential. That's phenomenal. Well, while we're doing that, we can take a look. Yeah, high school availability is good. Elementary is all right. University, plenty. How are we doing like on the fire stations? I mean, seems to be all right. I don't really notice a problem. What is that icon? I don't even know what that icon is. I'm looking around to see where is that? Pause. What are you? I haven't. Oh, it's the cargo train terminal being turned off. Got it. If you see that, it means it's not on. Something's not on. What are the other districts that we can do? No plans to do anything like that now. Tourism specialization. Okay. That's later. That's later. Wow, a lot of industry demand, a lot of commercial demand. It's really for office space. Okay. Yeah, so when it goes daytime, which is coming up, we're going to destroy this entire section. It's going to be a major industrial, major office and commercial section. I think they'll be fitting. We good? Okay. So let's get this area taken care of. That's a lot of people. Definitely an impact on the population. Okay, and then I want to make sure that I remove all the zoning. Double check. Okay. And let's do this section. Come back to that. Actually, it may mess up where the circles are, the markings on the road, if I don't complete it. The nodes. I think that's good. And this industrial area, wow. Yeah, it's having no issues with traffic. Okay, that's fine. Just thinking about how I want to do... Is that right? Yeah, it is. Good. So, I think... I don't think both of these should be nothing but industry and office. I don't think that. I think that'll be too much. But there's got to be a lot of office and commercial here. So I'm also thinking about how much do I want to do? I think it'd be good to have some office space right here and some commercial right here. I think that probably will be good. Good. Oh, and in case you're wondering where the 48 comes from, going back to Jerry's question, I primarily like to build with these 4-lane, or I primarily like to build with the medium-sized roads, which have this width, and that way I can upgrade it to a 6-laner if I need to, and it doesn't affect the zoning. And so when you build, if you do one of these small roads, you can put them closer together, which is 10 units apart, but then if you upgrade it to a medium or a large, it messes up your zoning. And so the reason for the 48 is so that if I do for some reason need to upgrade one of these skinny roads, it doesn't really mess up the zoning. There's extra space here to fill in the zoning. So that's why that 48 number is there. The medium and the large roads, they need 12 spaces apart from each other compared to the small roads that need 10. 12 times 4, 48. Alright, so this is good. I want commercial over here. And this is one of the high schools. I'm just going to move you down temporarily because I don't know what the zoning is going to look like yet. I don't know if that's enough. God, I hope so. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I don't know. Let's hit play with that and see if that is enough. And if it's not, then maybe I'll make more. Again, you don't want to build too fast. Right? You'd be really cautious with the building. Oh wow, yeah, that did a good job. Okay. A lot more office space. I'm just thinking about how much more I want to do. I have an idea. That's got to be enough. That's got to be enough. We'll see. Yeah, these guys are hooked up. Fine. These guys are not hooked up. Get you guys connected temporarily. There you go. I'm waiting for like there to be a residential demand. How are we doing on unemployment? Yeah. Remember it was down at 3% for a long time, and then it skyrocketed at 20, and now it's working its way back down, which it should. It'll be down to 3. I'm not worried about it. It just has to do with making sure you get your zoning right. I'm not worried about this middle school without electricity here. Just move you over because I don't know what we're going to be building in this section. Wow. Okay, finally a little bit of residential demand. Nice. Oh man, these commercial buildings are almost full. Okay. So, how are we doing on... Oh, look at that. Import has skyrocketed. Why? Continue. I'll wait. I'll wait to see if that's a permanent development. A little bit more office space. I wonder if that's because I accidentally messed up on the... or I didn't connect this road right here. If not, that may finally be time to create the industry here in this area. It's working its way down, but it's still high. It's importing a lot of farmland, or a lot of agricultural products. Why? Shouldn't be importing anything. We should be able to produce here, magically in the snow. The finances are... I mean, I'm making money, which is good, but not as much as I would have hoped, really. So making money, just not as much as I'd hoped. That's all. It's just like 9,000. But the good news is there's a boatload of money in the bank, so I have already stopped looking at the balance. I've stopped looking whether there's an issue or not with money. Just not as much as we hope. So what Jerry said is, we all make money, just not as much as we hope. I mean, that's a fair point. You know, I think the city was making 10,000 a week, which it is now, before when it had much less population. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, there we go. Yep, so the import is back to normal. I think it was just because of that road being destroyed, so we're fine there. It's working its way down. There's a lot of industrial demand. So I am going to go ahead and now build out this industrial section. And then connect this cargo train terminal. I think we're at that point now. Yeah, they're going to take their time building up this industry, aren't they? Nothing? In fast mode, nothing. I mean, that's a sign right there. You know, there's no demand for industry. It's all office space demand. All right, let's pause though. Let's go ahead and hook this up. Perfect. Let's turn you on. Play slow mode. Oh, you need water? What? Oh. I beg your pardon. I just did it that way because I know that I'll be updating it later. And then you need electrical. I understand. I don't even know where to get. Oh. There. Sweet. That's good. The rail lines are connecting nicely. You gotta look and see if the rail lines are hooked up. Otherwise the train won't use it. Oh, like this. Oh, that's jacked up. I messed, yeah. Okay, hold up. Those weren't connected. Now they are. Yeah, you have to be careful of that. That's one of the reasons why it's very tricky when you build it underground, because you don't know if they're actually using it underground. But I believe it. I saw a train using it, so I think we're fine. Not that many though. But I saw a train using it, so I think we're fine. We'll come back to that. Wow. Look at that. Nothing. Nothing being built there. I'll try something else. Yeah. If that one power line goes, the whole north side of the city loses power. This one right here. Isn't there a policy to make industry for higher educated people? Yeah. It's right here. Industry 4.0. You only need to do that if you have the Hadron Collider, which you shouldn't build. So there's no need to do that. Because the other reason is because you will have some uneducated people in the city, and so it allows them to still have jobs. It also makes it a little bit more realistic, you know, where you have a mixture of the level of education in the city. That's fine. I was looking to see at the high school what if there was a significant shortage, and there's not. Oh, okay, good. Well, hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, if you build a Hadron Collider, you want to turn on Industry 4.0. But, you know, you shouldn't build the Hadron Collider, and so you don't need the Industry 4.0. But what I do want to do is I want to go ahead and turn these on. Those weren't available before. So those are the first policies that I'm turning on right there. And I don't think that I'm interested in turning any of the others on for the time being. Okay, a little bit of demand for residential finally. So is all the residential filled in these new sections? Yeah, it looks like they are. Okay, good. So we can fill in this section then. Boom, 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 boom. Great, so that's done. Again, you can see this is a great example of mixed zoning. So, you know, you've got some industry, you got some office, you got some commercial, residential. And because they're close together, people will walk. And when they walk, they won't be on the road. Wow, that industry area is just not doing anything. So, more office space down here? That seems ridiculous. I find that to be not a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this area now. And that should update some of the industry demand, and then there can be some office space right here. Any reason why you always mix high and low density? In my head, high and low residential is just the same, just more people per square mile, or commercial for the matter. Well, I mean, at least according to the game, the high density, you're right, they have a lot more people. Very true for the density. But I do think of it as apartments. And then for the high density commercial, it says that those are department stores and supermarkets. They're ideal for high density residential areas. And then the low density, it says that those are smaller stores. And they provide necessities for low density residential areas. So the way that I kind of think about it is if you have a very busy street or if you have a highway, normally you don't see homes placed on those, but you do see apartment complexes placed on those types of roads. And so for me, this is a not a main thoroughfare, but this would be a busy road. And so it has apartments next to it. And then other roads that aren't super busy, they would have homes next to it. So that's why I mix it up that way. I think it's a little bit more realistic. And then when it comes to the high density commercial and the low density commercial, no. I mean, those I just kind of mix them up so that the zoning exists for the city. And there's not really a specific placement that I have in mind outside of they create a lot of noise. So I place them near residential but not directly next to. And I don't know if there's more density when it comes to people for the high density commercial and low density commercial. That's my understanding, is that it generates more traffic, the high density commercial compared to low density commercial. But It doesn't really affect where I place them. Very good question. So let me go ahead and take care of this last section. I guess there's another section over here on this right-hand side, but this will be the last main section from the original build. And that should help force the industry to move into that new area that I put down. Is that everybody? Okay, let me update your... remove your zoning so I don't miss it by accident. Okay. And let me get the roads in. And then let me get the other roads inside. Oh, we got something right here. Medical clinic. Yeah, that can be placed right up here. And then this recycling center does need to be moved. Isn't there another one over here? Yeah. Because they create pollution. This is the industrial area. Shoot. Well, I don't want to put it up here. His home's right there. Guess I can just put you right next to it. Great. So that section is done. And I guess we need some more offices and commercial. Don't know how much. We'll start out with this. Play. Crematorium. Bring that in. You guys have a road? No, you don't. So you're gonna get destroyed. And then the electrical stuff is gonna get jacked up. There. Should help it out. Okay. We'll see how fast that builds out. I'm surprised at how much industry and office space are happening. Okay. What about up here? Have you guys built out yet? Nothing! Really? Oh, but you guys are using the, okay, well, you guys are at least using the cargo train terminal. Well, that's nice. Wow, we've had a lot of people watch just continuously. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the Cities Skylines city build. Hopefully it's been entertaining, but hopefully it also gives you tips and is a good guide on traffic management, layout, finances, unemployment. Live streams are on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Twitter simultaneously. You can watch on whichever one you want. Previous videos are on YouTube. Remember, there's a playlist for not only this city build, but other city builds, and then also submitted city traffic fixes, where you can see me fixing other people's cities. A lot of them I do live. And there's a beginner's guide, metro subway guide, and a traffic manager guide. So hopefully all those tips help you mayors out there. And then, of course, if you do like the content, smash that like button. And if you don't like it, you can hit dislike. And if you want to support me more, please do subscribe or follow. So I'm just kind of waiting. Let's speed it up. There's obviously a lot of office demand. And I'm hesitant on building it, you know, just because there's so much in this area. It's not good to have so much in one spot. Yeah, mix it up. And I have. You can see the zoning, right? It's quite mixed, but it's amazing the need. How are we doing on traffic? It just doesn't move from that, does it? I mean, we're at 20,900. Okay. How's the unemployment? 9. Yeah, that's because we got all this. I just need to build a lot more office space. I'm just thinking about where, you know, where should that be placed? You know, I think maybe like over here would be a nice place for some more. Oh. Oh, what? Did you guys just wake up or something? How did this happen? This guy's already on fire. Ice Cube Factory is on fire. That's hysterical. Why don't you just throw some of the ice cubes on it? 6%. Okay. Oh wow, the import just blew up. It's just taking some time for it to re-register everything. Okay. Well, that looks a little bit more lively. Oh. We finally have a train. There you go. Okay. Oh, look at that, yeah. So the trains are even covered in snow. That's neat. I've never really seen that before. Cool. Yeah, look at that. We don't know how big of a cube we need, but excellent. Well, that looks good. There's a little bit of demand for residential, but I mean, there's not much. I think I need to go ahead and take care of this section right over here. And I need to go ahead and start emptying the cemetery then, so I can start to build this out. I'll wait for it to empty and then I'll work on it. Okay, Let me see. I mean, surely there needs to be some residential here. There's gotta be. That's enough for that section. We'll do one more. Okay, and then let's get some residential going. Okay. Are you guys gonna build up fast? Yeah, it is. Okay. And now there's just the need for commercial. Okay. Huh! Amsterdam Palace? Where did this come from? $350,000? Are you serious? I should put Amsterdam Palace somewhere because of Jerry and JFC. Sports arena. Hypermarket. The Gherkin. Man. I mean, I obviously need to do some of those things. They're quite costly. Oh, that's 100,000. They are quite costly. But it would be important for me to place some of those. Shoot. I know that I'll be putting, you know, some subway right here, so technically that's a good place for them to go, because to help people travel there. A lot of noise pollution. It'd be good to put them right here. Boom. Next to the commercial area. I'm just thinking about where would the next commercial section be? I'm looking around. And then I do want to start building some of those things. Let's just let the money build up a little bit more. Thinking of putting some commercial over here. I think that'd be pretty nice, and that would help. Whoops. Let me do that. Yeah, maybe I can do a little bit right around here. Yeah, can I also fit a road right here, or is it going to affect the Oh wow, that's super close, but it would work. If you build it next to a canal, because of Amsterdam. Oh, that's. I mean, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll create a little canal section and we'll put it right there next to the canal. I think that's a good idea. I agree with you. That's a good idea. Okay. So I think we could do a little bit here. Some commercial. I'm just kind of thinking. Maybe? Let's try that. You guys are gonna need water. I know. Wrong one. Please give me a grid line. Ah, there we go. Whoa, what are these flashing lights on the top of this building? Gonna give me an epileptic seizure. Alright, good. Okay, so, I mean, there was demand for it. It filled in, so that's good. There is still demand for some residential, but not as much. A lot more demand for continued office space and commercial. So let's pause here. Disco! That's pretty funny. We do have a disco section right here. Disco Hills. Just gonna keep on putting in some more commercial here. What is that? I forgot what that icon means. Shoot, I forgot what that one meant. Yeah, here it is. What do you need, man? Too few services. Oh. Oh. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Hold on. Let me help you out. We got issue with crime? No, there's a police station right there. Fire? I mean, you run the risk. Okay. What about health? There's a hospital. 1, 2. I mean, I think it would be fine to put a hospital over there. What kind do we got? We don't have any 6 citizens, though. You're just gonna make me waste my money, man. I'll put a fire department over there. That's a modern-looking one. Fire station, firehouse. We'll do the old school looking kind. And we can put one over here. I'm guessing it's about fire, not health. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But that could be it a little bit. I mean, the health thing doesn't seem to be it. Child care, well, we don't care about those kids. Elder care, we don't care about those old people. I think that would be kind of it. I mean, it'd be nice. Obviously, we haven't put in any parks or anything like that, so I want to work on those things too. But the priority is to build. But, you know, I was really interested in, you know, some of these. You know, these buildings are really cool. Theater. But, you know, these are also, it would be great to do like a tourist area, frankly. I would love to put in a little tourist section. And I'm kind of thinking about that right here. A nice little tourist section, because there'll be a subway spot right over here. And it'd be next to the highway. Yes. No, you're correct, Jerry. Jerry's mentioning, or maybe parks you haven't built any. Yeah, I agree. You know, I'm thinking about those beautification items as well. Yeah, I'm thinking about those too. Especially as I've been building out, I've been thinking about that. I've just been surprised with the need on the zoning. I've been surprised with how much commercial and office space is being needed. How are we doing on the import-export? Oh! Okay, up to 959. So, connect passenger rail to the tourism area would probably help with traffic. Yeah, I mean, eventually as we build out, I want to do a tourist section, and I am thinking about where do I want to put the airport, and then, of course, where I want to put the subways. I don't really use passenger rail that much. But it's a fair point. I'm sure that there'll be a station somewhere in the city, but most likely I'll put a passenger train station somewhere and have immediately a subway, so that people that are coming in from the outside connections, they just hop onto the subway. So we do have a need for regular industry. So I am thinking a little bit about that. I would like to put it over here. And technically it would be good to have some over here too. Maybe I can put it next to... There's some forestry that I would like to start. Right here. So I could do a little bit of that. I could do like a little forestry section with some goods. Airport with metro. Yeah, exactly. There is this airport that I plan on. I'm not even selecting it. That's one of the airports, but there is this airport that I want to do. But look at that, 70,000 on the population to get there. But, you know, I obviously have some of these other cool little rail things, but that's not going to be a focus until a little bit later. Like I said, I'm thinking of doing a tourist section right here. We'll see. Let me do a little bit more. Then commercial. No. There. So, light density or low density commercial, high density commercial, and then filling up offices. And I think that'll be good, because the rest can have like residential up here. Oh, that's cool. On DLive, it's being featured on the homepage. That's great. That's great. Normally I have people watch on YouTube and Twitch, but we'll see if we can get some people on DLive. I used to have more people watch on DLive before, but Twitch has since surpassed it for me. Wow, it's just building out so fast. How's the unemployment rate? 5. All right. Great. And we'll go a little bit longer, but that's what I'm thinking is a section right here with some industry that would be forestry and goods production. And then the other thing I'm thinking of is over here. I mean, a part of me is thinking of destroying this and making more of the industry right here, right next to the this, the cargo train terminal. How are we doing on money? Oh, 18,000 a week. Nice. Oh, and I can't build anymore. I can't buy anymore. When's the next thing? 28,000. Okay. All right. In case you're curious, the plan is to destroy this highway going southeast, and in fact making this highway go straight east and hook up right here. So basically instead of an intersection right here, there'll be an intersection right here. Stack interchange, of course. So that's the plan, and I think that this zoning I'm going to redo. Instead of offices, I'm going to fill it in with some more industry. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, so we do have some demand for residential, and I would like to go ahead and fill that in down here. Otherwise, this section looks really weird with so much office space. Pause. Oh, it's the exact same? I didn't realize that. Okay. Fill that area in. Very good. We have a lot of dead people. Has that cemetery emptied? No, it's still emptying. Crematorium availability. These guys are working hard. These crematorium. I mean, if it gets higher, I'll put in another crematorium. And by the way, what's the budget for them? Oh, yeah. The only thing is that if you increase that, it increases it for the hospitals too. And they never get used. Go ahead and bump it up. Just because I don't want to have crematoriums all over the place. Little death wave going on, Jerry says. Yeah, I mean, we're up to 61. So we'll see. Some of it is being caused by the fact that the crematoriums are being used to empty the cemetery. So that's a little bit of it. But, you know, we've grown pretty rapidly. So there's a little bit of you know, when you grow rapidly, you'll have a couple of deaths rapidly too. So I'm just kind of monitoring it, seeing if it gets any higher. Because if it gets too much, then you know, we'll need to build another crematorium. It looks like it's stabilizing. Here's the dead bodies. If I go into regular mode, or regular speed, yeah. So here's a hearse right here, and so, hey, you went right by that dead body, man. Where are you going? Are you going to this house? He can pick up one more. He's 90% full. There you go. He's going in. See, the people are going in. They're going to pick up the dead body. Oh, they're carrying the casket out. And now he's heading back to the crematorium. It's very detailed in the animation, isn't it? See people coming out of the car, going into a house, coming out with a casket. All right, so it's gotten high enough. So we're going to build another one. I just need to determine the location. Technically, it would be good to put it right here in to replace that cemetery. So we'll do that. The pollution, now, I mean, it doesn't create any pollution, but the smoke from the crematorium will just blend in to the smoke, right? The smoke right here from the crematorium is just going to blend in with the smoke from the industry. All right. I mean, look at that. I mean, we've done some serious expansion, haven't we? Okay, there's a lot of residential demand. So let me pause. I would like to put it here, but I'll put another round of office space. I mean, actually, I'm going to remove that office space, and I'm going to do another. I'm going to do another round of commercial. You know, since there's such a big need. Should I do one more set? Let's go ahead and do another set. Okay, and then office and some more office. There. And then we can do the residential. Mixing the zoning, of course. Boom, 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 boom. And I think that'll be it. God. This makes it look like it's downtown over here. You know, the big skyscrapers. Jeez. Look at that stuff filling in. Amazing, right? How are we doing? Dead bodies going down at all? I mean, the population grew quite a bit, right? We started the stream at 15,000, but it's kind of stabilized around 2021. It hasn't really moved up much from there. I never build sections like that, so that's kind of nice. Nice little change of pace. Well, we got... Oh. Okay. We got plenty of money. So I can definitely start building that tourist section. So that shouldn't be an issue. How are we doing on traffic? 80. 81. Okay. I was looking to see... Are you going to go down to 79? That's fine. Okay. A little bit of a sustained death wave, but it's fairly small. And there's this messed up water section, so I do want to go ahead and take care of that. So let me pause this. That's from the original build out. And we've updated everything else except that. Come on. And I think after I do this, I'll let it run for a little bit so we can see kind of the stats. And I think that will be a good conclusion for today. And we've had a lot of people watch episode 1, so thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. I did not expect for the episode 1 to get such a good response. It's really flattering. This section in here. Does that get everybody? I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, whenever I build, I do take my time and I try to be very precise. Okay. Taking care of this section and the next section with water infrastructure. Okay, good. So that should be good for that. And I just don't know if these guys are still going to get water or not. And then I know I need to connect this up temporarily. Oh, you good? Oh, sweet. That works out great. Oh, nice. That looks really good. And what you'll notice is, I've seen this when I've worked on cities, when you look at the underground view, there's a lot of bypasses, road bypasses, and a lot of other stuff underground to where it makes it hard to follow. It looks almost like a spider web. And so I do like this where I can look at, even the underground stuff, and at least I can follow what's happening, or it looks straightforward and organized. So I do like to do that. Great. Looks like the death wave is declining, so that's good. We have our persistent demand, residential, commercial, industry, office. Again, that's caused by building the right zoning and not overbuilding. And you got to always be careful about industry or office, industry or office. And so there is a need for goods. So I probably will update this section right over here and take out that one office section, put some industry in, and then we're going to do a little bit of a goods and forestry industry section up here. Not this stream. I probably will do that a little bit off stream. Just kind of get the city at a higher population level. And then this isn't done yet. So once that gets done emptying, then I should be able to fill out a section right here. And maybe that can be a tourist section. Have some shops, of course, and then have some of the tourist things. And it looks like the city is really doing well financially. I mean, this is definitely the most profitable that it's been. 20,000 a week pretty consistently. I think that's good. I think that's really good. Here you can see the layout. And so if you're curious about doing a layout in a city, it obviously doesn't have to look exactly like this. Of course, that's not what I'm saying. But you can see that there is mixed zoning. So a mixture. It should look a little bit like a rainbow. Obviously, you can be as organized or as disorganized as you want. But I obviously got some issues with electrical and water, but I can take care of that pretty easily. So let's take a look at some of the stats. We're at 80%. No despawning. And there you go. We're at pretty much perfect unemployment. That's about as low as it gets. I have seen it at 2%, but normally excellent unemployment for the game is 3%. And then, of course, we're making good money. The population is growing, so I think that's very good. So for today, what we did, built out some more sections on the northeast side, put in the queue, put in the cargo harbor. It's working. And then, of course, there was just these two new sections, and then the rest were old. And so redid pretty much the vast majority of the old part of the city. So this section we redid, these two sections, this, and then these three sections. So that's all zone. We moved and updated the industrial area. So that's really good. There was obviously some service stuff and education stuff that we fine-tuned. So it's looking great. City went from 15,000 to 22,000, and I don't even know how much money we had. I have no idea, but we have over $1 million more than we had before. So I think that's really good. And then next steps is continuing to fill in this section, removing this last old vestige, letting this empty out, putting another section right here that probably will be a tourist section, and then putting in some industry up here. And then it's going to be a ways, but need to buy this this square over here whenever that becomes available at 28,000. So those are the next steps, and so some of it I'll do off stream, and then some of it I of course will do on the next episode. So thank you everybody for watching. Please do hit the like button if you like the content, and then if you want to support me more, please do subscribe or follow. Thank you everybody for watching. Live streams are on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Twitter simultaneously. You can watch on whichever one you want, and previous videos are on YouTube, including episode 1 and future episodes for this city build. And then of course there's a lot of other City Skylines playlists and tips videos. All right, thank you everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you all next time. Thanks for all the great engagement on the chat, and thanks for the new followers and subscribers. I really do appreciate it. All right, bye-bye.